Okay, sorry this is late getting up. I haven't really felt good the last couple days, and yesterday specifically, Thursday, I was really out of commission. So what we want to do for the head is we want to start off with a sphere. It is best to start off with the left viewport. So I'm just going to click somewhere towards the center here and make a sphere like that. And then in the settings, in the modify panel, before I do anything, you don't really have to worry about the radius. But the segments you want to go down to about 8, and that'll give you something like this. As soon as you have that, you can hit Control W and just go to a big view. If you want, you can get, here, let's first right click, convert, and convert to editable poly. And then I want to get rid of these lines right here. So the reason why is because we're going to be working with loops, and it's going to be a lot easier to get the loops we need if we don't have those extra edges in the way, making those triangles. So what we basically have turned it into is kind of like a box. It's basically a simple box, subdivided. All right, so all right, the next thing we need to do is center this. So if I right click up here, my phone's kind of blowing up, so you'll probably hear it in the background. What you want to do is just center this so that your face is potentially centered in the world. So that way, in the first part when we're working half and half, it will make sense. You can hit F to go to a front view, and I'm just going to select these two outside points. And I'm just going to bring them in a little bit. I don't know if I did that when I showed you in class. You can also hit G to get rid of the grid. Then you can hit L to go to a side view. So all I did was go to F, grab those points, scale them in only on the X. So, like this, only on the X. I gotta have those vertices though. Like that. And then hit L to go to a left-hand viewport, and I'm looking at the face from a side view now. I want to use marquees to make selections. I don't want to just click to make a selection, because if I just click to make a selection and go move it, it's only going to move that one point on one side, and I'm going to wind up with something that's not symmetrical. So I want to make a marquee selection like this. So what I'm going to do is see how I can move this on 2 axes? Don't pick this one. Pick this one, this square in between the 2 arrows. And I'm just going to move this forward. Marquee again, even though it's just the center line, it's a good habit to be in. And I'm going to grab these and move these up. Whoops, misclicked. Move this up and grab this one and move it up. Alright, this is going to form our eye socket, and this is going to be our forehead, and this is going to be our jaw. Okay? Click on that edge, ring, right click, and connect. And that's kind of, you probably get tired of hearing me say that just over and over and over again, because you use it constantly when you're building stuff in Max. So now I've kind of banged out the forehead. Let's grab this is going to be the chin. So I'll do something about like that, and we can bring his nose out a little further maybe. This is not his nose, but heading towards his nose. And let's take this down, and you can see I was still marquee dragging even though they're inside the border from this point of view. You can still marquee drag and just move stuff around. So something about like that. And this, it's not really necessary, but you could bring it up like that if you wanted to. So let's make another loop. Right here, click, ring, right click, connect. And what we want to do with this one in the front is bring it up like this. And maybe we'll take this and make it so it's not quite so deep, something like that. Can bring this forward probably a little bit. And I'm just trying to subtly shape this as I move along. That's pretty much fine right there. So if I look at this, what I have now is this big space here that I'm going to use to make, whoops, I'm going to use to make, and it, by the way, that's just click and control click. So left mouse click, control left mouse click. I'm going to use that to make the loops for the mouth, and how I'm going to do that is I'm just going to right click and say inset, and I'm going to do an inset, and I'm going to do it till about the corners. See how the corners of the mouth are shrinking down to nothing right here? I'll take it about to there, and I'll just hit L again. And from the left hand view, I just want to take this and move it down to about here, marquee over these, move them forward, and I'm going to change this to blue because I think you'll see when I marquee a little bit easier. So I'm just clicking, dragging. So I'm going to move that forward about to there, and then I'll move this up to about here, and maybe that top lip is a little high, something like that. And we can move this chin up a little bit, maybe something like that. So now is the mouse really wide, so we'll select these four corners and we're just going to scale them in. So click scale, only on the X. So you saw how I just clicked on that line right here, this axis. So if I zoom in, it doesn't really make this bigger, but so I just get that X-axis and move it in. Okay, so this is about the end of working with both halves of the face at the same time. I usually will abandon one half of the face at this point. So I usually just grab faces and just delete it. It's going to present a problem with the nose, but we're going to fix it when we get to it. Alright, so I just deleted that half of the face. If I want to, I can go out of subobject mode. You notice how I got out of this, clicked over here, or you can actually click up here and click to the top. So I've got the object selected, but I'm not in subobject mode. And I can come up here to mirror, right here, and I want to mirror a copy and say OK. Actually, let's do an instance. I'm sorry. That way, whatever I do to this side will happen on that side. So I'm going to grab an edge. It can be any edge like this one or this one. I'm looking to do a ring and have it go through the mouth like that. You can see how this ring is selected and it eventually goes through the mouth. Right click and say connect. You'll wind up with this. So I'm going to hit F, and I'm just going to start marquee dragging these. Hit W, and just move these up a little bit to kind of round out this head. Doesn't have to be a lot. Also want to just maybe grab the chin, pull it up a little bit to round that out, and then you want to look at things at an angle. So I grab these points and just push them forward so that I have that dental arch. Same thing with the eyes. I'm going to grab all this stuff and just push it forward just a little bit. Okay. These points I could probably bring in just a tad. Same with these points. I could bring them in just a tad. That's his kind of his eye socket here. So by doing that, I kind of gave him a cheekbone. Let's get rid of this one. Actually, just those were good. Just like that. So I'm kind of working on the shape. And if you don't get some of that subtle stuff, don't worry about it. This is kind of going to go in between. Just so you get this general shape. The idea is now that if I take and this could probably come in slightly. If I take and do a ring here, if I grab this edge and say ring, I'm going to go kind of around both eyes. And if I grab this edge and say ring, I'm going to go around the mouth. Okay, so what I want to do is put another row in. So I'm going to say ring, still going through the center of the mouth, and right click and say connect again. Okay, hit F, and what we're going to do is just go ahead and pull this up a little bit. Let me grab this and pull it down slightly, kind of rounding that out. I can take these verts now, pull them back a little bit and over a little bit, and these ones, pull them forward a little bit. So again, all I'm doing is shaping. You can also go from a top view, and you might notice that the back of the head needs a little bit more shape, so you can just pull this out, pull that out, maybe grab these two and push them in a little bit, like that. Maybe these are back a little too far, so they might need to come forward a little bit. Same with that one, we need to come forward just a tad. So there you go. So that's 11 minutes. I'm going to go ahead and stop there. If you've got this far, that's pretty good. We'll probably be able to wrap this up in the next 11-minute session.